Hello and welcome to Quilt Addicts Anonymous. I'm Stephanie Sebbing. We've got a bunch of new stuff in the shop today, so I figured I would show you all here. I know you guys have been digging our new stuff lately. We have new things from FreeSpirit and Robert Kaufman that we're going to show you. Some of them are just fabulous and some of them are a great way to show your love and appreciation for all the nurses and doctors who have looked out for us over the past year of craziness. And just a heads up, we're going to be back to our regular schedule of way more tutorials and new stuff very soon. I have been finishing my third book and I'm going to be shipping that out with all the content and the quilts by the time you watch this video. So I have been busy creating content, but none that I can share just yet. So we're going to give you a sneak peek of the quilts before I box them up. But in this video, we're looking at some new goodies and then we're back to our regular tutorial schedule. So let's take a look at some of the new fat quarter bundles that we have, that we've cut, and that also we have available on Yardage. First, I'm going to start off with the one that's behind me. It's super pretty. It is called Big Geo by Adrienne Leban for FreeSpirit Fabrics. It is stunningly gorgeous. Let's take a closer look at it. You can see that this is just really pretty. It's just a swirling of different black and purple and some orange in there, and it's just really fun, a big swirl in there. And then it kind of repeats itself on larger scales with more colors in it as well as we go through the different colorways. This is a really small line. There are only 6 prints in the whole thing, but they're all really, really pretty. So you can see that this one is basically the same as the one that we have underneath. Just it's a very different scale when we look at them. You can see this one is really big, this one's really small. We're about to look at one next that is giant when it comes to scale. Look at this. This one is just huge with scale. Compare that to, like, this is the tiniest scale and this is definitely the biggest one. It just looks really cool, really a fun one to do some crazy things with. We have some fun patterns that really allow you to use fabric big. Strata is one of them. Ribbon Candy is another. Strata is available on its own. Ribbon Candy is available in my book, Fat Quarter Workshop. So we're back to that medium scale now. This kind of looks like a doodle drawing, like one of those Zen drawings that you do. And then it's colored in only in parts. So it's really very fun. You could really use it as a neutral, depending where you cut it, or a bright, vibrant piece. Now this one is just in the blue-green family, so really very pretty. This would make a really fun border print. Typically, if you don't know what you want to do with something, buy like 3 yards of it and you'll be good to go. You'll be able to have enough for whatever it is that you want to do. Then we have one that's just on that small scale and it is all black and white. There's no color except for shades gray in here. This would just make a really fabulous neutral. It's very pretty and it will look really cute in bindings, borders, and of course, big and bold in your print. I was mistaken before. There are actually 7 prints in this collection. We've got it available as fat quarter bundles, or you can order yardage while supplies last. This one's really pretty and it is definitely a fun one to add to your modern collection of fabrics. Next up, we have a collection called Frontline Heroes from Robert Kaufman. It is a tribute to all of the doctors and nurses who have put their health on the line for us to take care of us over the past year. And it's got the doctors and nurses flying around like superheroes with masks and caps on. So we're gonna take a look here, and these are definitely our heroes from the last year. We've got a nurse flying through the air like Superman, and a man too. They're in their scrubs. It's good representation of lots of genders and ethnicities, which I think is really important in today's day and age. And if you look in the background, the ones that are standing, they've got superheroes with capes behind them. They are all muscled up, and so it really is a tribute to them. We also have some more that are more traditional, like Dr. Nurse type stuff. So if you know someone, you want to show them their appreciation, make them yet another mask, or just have this to make for someone who you know who's very special, who has really stepped up this year, I think that this would be a great fabric to work with. We have some fat quarter bundles. We also have yardage, so you can really work with that. There's only 4 fabrics in this collection, so if you're thinking of doing something bigger like a quilt, you're definitely going to want to go through your stash to be able to find some goodies to work with that. but it's going to be really easy to do because you've got some good blues, some strong reds, and some teals as well. We just got Violet Craft from Robert Kaufman in as a basics line. That would go really well, some of those prints with these, because it is the entire rainbow. So that is, you're just going to have to fill in a little bit in order to make this into a bigger project if that's what you're looking to do. So check that out. We're going to look at more of these prints as well. This one is a tribute to all the scientists that have worked very hard to get us a vaccine as quickly as possible. I am going to be fully vaccinated in less than a week, so I'm very excited about that. And I think you all should make your own decisions, but it definitely was the right one for me and my family to go get vaccinated. Here's that doctor and nurse print again, where they have the superhero shadows. This one just has, instead of the ones flying through the air, this one just has them standing in their nice superhero pose with the superhero behind them. All right, and now this one is just doctors caring for their patients. We've got people in hospital beds. We have people just doing regular everyday office visits. We've got kids with their parents in here. It really is, you know, like I said, great tribute to everything that we've all been through in the last year, but especially those who have helped us get through it, the doctors, nurses, and the scientists who are helping to get us back to normal, because don't we all want a little bit normal? I know I'm very excited to have normal again someday. Who knows when, but someday. All right, so here we have it, Frontline Heroes by Robert Kaufman. Very small collection. You can get the fat quarter bundle that has all 4, or you can get some fabric and by the yard. And again, in order to make it into a full quilt, make sure you get to your basic stash, or you can get basics from us as well. And we'll put a link to that as well in the video description down below. All right, so next up we have a collection that is both a full collection, and then also we have some Essex Linen coordinates that are shimmery. So we're gonna look at those second, and they all coordinate with this. So if you wanted, you could get one of each and just go to town and make a ton of projects out of it. And it's really gorgeous, really fun. We're going to take a look at it here. Now we just have this on pre-cut, so we only have our fat quarter bundles and our 10-inch charm packs. And but there's a lot that you can do with that. You just want to make sure that you get a good basic to go with it for your background, and you are good to go. All right, so this is Spring Shimmer by Jennifer Sampu. I first was introduced to her when we did our very first jelly roll rug video tutorial, and the jelly roll that we had to go with that, strip roll, because it roll up, that's what Robert Kaufman calls them. It was gone in hours when we put that video out, because you all loved it so much and you loved her fabric, and we were never able to get any more, which is too bad. But Jennifer is continuing to come out with fabulous fabric, so we're going to take a look at it now. All right, so we're going to look at this together as I lay out the fabrics. It starts out with this butterfly with these cool stripes in the background. It does not have, well, it does have a little bit of metallic in the little bit of that silver. It does sparkle and shine, as the name of the collection says. We have a nice little honeycomb, and the fabrics coordinate very well with it. More honeycomb. Now this one is a very large scale, and that looks like a little bit of metallic on the leaf print there. This one is really fun. It's over here as well. It is very metallic, and so it just looks like it's building up on top of it, but obviously it's really flat. Oh, we have another butterfly. I really like this colorway. That is really fun. I feel like these are also very good for like fussy cutting, because you absolutely could get them exactly in the center of your block, and they're spaced out far enough to where you would be okay. You wouldn't lose anything. All right, so here we have it. It is Spring Shimmer. It is gorgeous, it is fun, and it is going to make a perfect spring quilt. And you know, it's got a little bit of the darker colors in there too, but I think that that ties in really well to these butterfly wings. It'll help that stand out when you use it appropriately. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the Essex Linen collection that coordinates with this. All right, so this is a spring shimmer coordinates. This is all Essex Linen, and it's woven fabric just like quilting cotton, but instead of having it be printed on a base cotton, it is yarn dyed and then woven together. So some of the weaves have sparkle in them, and so they're going to look two-tone in some areas and sparkly and shiny. And I will tell you, the last time we had a collection like this in, it was gone very, very quickly. So it is just, it's a fun thing. A lot of times people shy away from fabrics like this because they think it's not quilting cotton, I can't use it in quilts, and that's just not true. It quilts up beautifully. The seams lay even flatter than quilting cotton, and it really, in this case, is going to coordinate perfectly with the Jennifer shampoo collection. So I'm going to say that wrong every single time. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I love your fabrics. Okay, so let's take a look at these. And again, we've got that on the fat quarter bundle and the 10-inch charm. So this one has that two-tone look. This one is a nice little shimmer going in there. We've got a nice check there. So this is a nice gingham. Now we're back to the linens. I like that one. More shimmer. This one is a quilting cotton, as is this one. Back to the Essex Linen. Now these colors are so underrated. People don't like to grab these because they look like puke green, but let me tell you, when you pair that with some of those butterflies, they're gonna look absolutely fantastic and make the butterfly even better. Oh my, I'm not sure if you can see all this, but that is Shimmery. It's got a like nice little gold shimmer to it. That one's really fun. All right, so here we have it. We have the spring shimmer coordinates. Some of them actually do shimmer because they are the Essex Linen and they have some actual glittery texture woven in with those threads of the fabric. It's a mix of that and some quilting cottons, and I'm just gonna show you the two side by side because they look fabulous together. All right, so you can see how these blues really coordinate. We've got some oranges that would look really good over here, and these greens are just going to make like this butterfly looks so good. Like, I'm just gonna pull it over. Look at that next to it. Oh man, that would just make that pop so much. And this one too, it's just so pretty. And so these ones, I know because I see what you guys buy, that these don't always get the love, but let me tell you, these colors are so important in making your quilts look fantastic and bringing them to the next level. All right, so that's spring shimmer. We have the full collection and the coordinates, which is a combination of the Essex Linen and the quilting cotton. The collection is all quilting cotton with a little bit of metallic here and there on it. We have the fat quarter bundles and we have the 10-inch charm packs, so you can really have some fun with this. Again, you are gonna need a basic if you're gonna make a quilt out of this, and you can grab those. We just got all the Violet Craft basics in. We have the whole collection. So you'll be able to find something to work as your background and your neutral, and that will be super fun. Now, if you use all of these together, you would have a very large quilt. You definitely could get a king out of this. You probably could, depending on the pattern, get a king just out of this collection because it is very large. So there's 26 pieces in the collection and 20 coordinates. So that is a whole lot of fat quarters, but you definitely could mix and match, have some fun, keep these in your stash. These are good stash builders, but I would get it and I would use all these Essex Linens, especially the ones with the little shimmer along with these, and it's going to make those butterflies just pop open. It'll look so pretty. All right, well, that is it for today. Those are all the new goodies we have. We have more and more arriving, so we'll have another one of these videos later this week. We'll give you a sneak peek of some of the quilts that are going to be in my next book, and that's why we haven't had as many tutorials, because I've been busy finalizing all of that. And then we're going to be back to our regular video tutorial schedule and teach you guys some new stuff, and we've got a new stash and quilt coming up next week. So thanks so much for following along. If you like any of these things, quantities are always limited, so grab them while we got them, and then we'll bring in something new when they are gone. So thanks so much for following along. Make sure you like and subscribe if you've enjoyed our channel, if you enjoy the fabric. That way you'll be the first to know when we get all the goodies in, because they do sell out. And you can also join our email list to get 10% off your first purchase. And also, you'll also be getting these in your inbox as well, the videos and the new products. So that way, if you miss a notification on YouTube, no big deal. We'll shoot you an email. All right, thanks so much for following along. And until next time, happy quilting. I'm gonna lose my mind at some point soonish.